Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Camp Dolphins All Access, along with Kim Boatcamper. I'm Steve Goldstein. Today, after practice out here, it was a long one. Yep. It was certainly a hot one, as everybody knows. Let's focus on the quarterbacks and start with the big guy, Bo. Tua Tagovailoa, yep. That contract now a week old in the rearview mirror. He had the orange jersey on today as the best practice player
Picking his
the
own
day
music,
before.
About a little Hawaiian music for the show.
We enjoyed the tunes from Tua. Good
very
playlist.
Much so, very much so.
But what
Good
do you
stuff.
see him throwing the football?
He looks really nice. We were talking about it during the practice. He shed some of that weight he had last year. I think that's making him more nimble in the pocket. And I think since he's got that contract, there's a little hop in his step. I think he's becoming, I think he's more comfortable now being a leader. He's always been a leader, but I think even more so now. And I think he's got a confidence of what he's doing. He throws some great balls out here. Mm-hmm. Kind of the thing for Tua, he's got to find that momentum where throw the ball when he sees it. When he pulls it back a little bit, that's where he kind of gets a little dicey. But I can't see anything wrong with what he's doing right now. He's doing very well with what he's playing. And I think the team kind of got a boost from him getting the contract, getting all that out of the way. Let's forget about the money. Let's go out and go try to get a Super Bowl. And I think he's the impetus towards that. Very lively practice out here today.
And we see him, pointing things out to players if something goes wrong, taking that leadership role. Let's go behind him because a week from tonight we got a football game. The Atlanta Falcons are in town at Hard Rock Stadium. Unlikely, anyway, that we'll see Tua. Likely it's Mike White and Skylar Thompson's game. What have you seen from the two of them a couple of weeks here?
Yeah, well, I think the battle for the backup quarterback is still going. It's been kind of uneven. One day one guy throws pretty well, the other day. But I think as a whole, through most of these practices that I've seen, it really hasn't been what you want to see. They're going to get an opportunity to play in games. Look, I think they're going to play they'll play in every game. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Tua will even see Tua in the preseason. So they're going to get an opportunity, but that battle is still heated right now. And somebody's got to emerge. They throw a couple picks every now and then. And, the thing you see with them sometimes is, when they're standing there and they can get the ball out of the pocket, it's fine. I think they get a little nervous and get a little tentative when some pressure around, and they've got to get that resolved. And you would have thought they would have. They've been around a long time. They've played a lot of football. You would think it's not there, but I think maybe there's pressure of just trying to beat the other guy out, because that certainly isn't everybody's mind on this football field unless you're a bona fide starter.
Well, you used the word tentative. That would not be a word to describe the guys behind the quarterbacks, the running back position. Yeah. We know how good Raheem Mostert is coming in off, set the Dolphin record for touchdowns in a season. Devon Achane had some unbelievable games. A rookie averaged 8 yards a carry. Then you throw Jalen Wright in there, the rookie out of Tennessee. You got Jeff Wilson. What are you seeing from that running back group?
I love that group. I love that group.
Is it the best group on the team, you think?
I look at the secondary. It may be a close match with the secondary. I love the secondary, what they've got back there. But that group has got speed. And I think the addition of Jalen Wright, the running back out of Tennessee, he gives you a little more power. Short yardage, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, where you can pop those, get those first downs and keep the chains moving. So I like the combination that they've got back there. They did worked a lot earlier on the running game today, and the tempo was up. It was a high tempo position, high tempo, and they came out popping the football. I think Raheem Mostert, he hasn't practiced much in pads. Got to play, and they popped him pretty good. Popped the ball out of his hand, and everybody, both sides, kind of got jacked up about that. And I was expecting to have a little brawl somewhere. It was kind of that kind of tempo. But I think it was good to get Mostert in there and all those running backs, not only for them, but for the offensive linemen. They got to understand what these guys like to do. They got to understand where they want to cut. If they want to bounce out, they want to cut back. They've got to have that knowledge. So the more that they play together, I think it's going to be good for this Dolphin football team. And I think the running back group, which was very, very good, a lot of touchdowns out of that group last year, I think it's going to be even better this year than we've seen.
Well, they're ready to get into competition against somebody else. They'll practice with the Atlanta Falcons right here on this field on Wednesday. A week from tonight, Dolphins-Falcons, preseason game number 1. Are those anchors on your shirt, by the way? People were wondering.
They are anchors.
They are anchors, little anchors.
I'm anchored to the ground. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
We're stuck with Bo
The wind doesn't bother me. I'm just
anchored.
I'm anchored. I'm out the pasture, too. Sorry about that.
That'll do it for Camp Dolphins All Access. Have a great weekend, everybody.